Good Friday morning. TGIF to you. Thanks for tuning in for your First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Henry Blaze. We're going to start out because the day is beautiful as far as the weather is concerned. Take a live look at Falls River. Just a few fair weather clouds out there, but it is a beautiful morning across the area. But that may not be the case later on today. And temperature-wise, yes, typical like we've been having for the past several weeks. We're already up to 87 in New Roads as well as Baton Rouge. Well, check out Patterson. At the 11 o'clock hour, you are already at 90 degrees. And New Orleans isn't that far behind, 86 in Hammond. So the rest of your day planner does call for increasing temperatures as well as increasing rain chances. Notice that many of us are going to be likely near or above that 90-degree mark by the time we get to the noon hour. After that, it only keeps going up from there. But one thing I want you to keep in mind is that we're dry for now, but rain chances will be on the increase with scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing off and on throughout the day, mainly by our commute home. So closer to 3 o'clock and into the early evening is where we'll start to see some increasing chances of showers and thunderstorms. And your futurecast also agrees with our current forecast here at the WB First Alert Weather Team. By 3 o'clock, could see a few spotty to scattered showers and thunderstorms start to develop anywhere along and south of the I-10 and 12 corridor. After that, we could start to see a few bubble up north of the interstate. And once again, many of them doing that west to southwest movement like we had yesterday. Speaking of yesterday, the Gonzales areas, many of you picked up anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half of rain from those hefty thunderstorms that pushed through town. Some of you that will get the rain today have that potential of a few pockets of heavy rain with those stronger storms for later this afternoon and into the evening. But once again, keep in mind, not everyone is going to get rain. So we will have more chance for that in the future, but today will be our greater chance. So looking at our temperatures, we're going to reach the low, maybe a few mid-90s before the rain finally gets here. Over the weekend, you'll notice an increase in temperatures, likely getting to the mid-90s for Sunday and Monday. That's a result of drier air moving in. It's going to be less moist out there as far as the rain is concerned. Very minimal rain chances to be expected over the next several days, which is good news for the weekend. However, a stray shower storm can't be ruled out. Another thing I want you to keep in mind, look at the drop in temperatures by the middle of next week. We go from 94, mid-90s for Tuesday down to near 90 degrees for the end of next week. That's because I'm expecting a bit of a cool front to push through the area. That's going to be pushing in from the north. It's near the Dakotas right now. That's going to push down to the Gulf Coast and bring us, well, not necessarily cooler air. I know that you've been seeing all over the internet about a big giant cool wave and posts saying, hey, fall weather. Yeah, there's going to be some fall weather, just not here, unfortunately. Looks like here across the deep south, we'll be closer to normal, right near 90 degrees. If you're lucky, maybe a few upper 80s by the next weekend, but the big story is going to be it's going to be a lot less humid and a lot less muggy. That's going to be the real benefactor from that cool front. But besides that, we've got a few more days until that happens. Let's take a quick look at the tropics. Thankfully, nothing going on in the Gulf, but as we go into the Atlantic, we've got a lot going on. We still have Hurricane Erin out there. Latest observation from the National Hurricane Center, 90 miles per hour. So it's still a Category 1 hurricane, a rather strong one at that, but it's gradually undergoing signs of weakening. It's racing off to the east-northeast at 28 miles per hour. So the after effects still being felt across the coast in the New England states, but eventually we won't have to worry about Erin anymore here in the U.S. But we are watching several more areas of disturbances in the Atlantic right now. Spinning up, we've got a couple of tropical waves out there and also a wee little low pressure in the central Atlantic. Not expecting any tropical development out of that, but the two tropical waves that we've got, AL99, that is likely going to remain south, but could undergo a bit of development, looking at anywhere from 40 to 50% chance over the next week. On top of that, we've got AL90, which has an 80 to 90% chance of seeing some type of tropical development within the next 48 hours to 7 days. So this storm could have more of a direct impact on Bermuda, unlike Erin did, or I should say a bigger impact on Bermuda. That's something to keep an eye on, as well as AL99 as it continues to push west. But for the moment, the good news is that we don't have anything to worry about here across the Gulf Coast region when it comes down to the tropics. Thanks so much for tuning in, and remember, you can always watch 9 News online or through our First Alert app for further updates. And remember, Jeff Morrow will have the latest forecast as well as the time of your rain and the weekend forecast coming up at noon.